Hey guys, it's Zeshrin here, and this intro sucks. Hey, what's up guys, Zeshrin here, welcome back to another episode of Weekly Gaming News, and if this one doesn't go up on Friday, it will go up on Saturday. I'm recording this very late, it's 11:30, I'm really tired, I've had a busy day, busy week really, but I apologize if it's late, like I said. I'm going to try to keep the show consistent, but there's no promises. Also, my hair is wet because I just got out of the shower and I got some new glasses. I think they look pretty nice versus my old ones, which looked like shit. Anyway, yeah, I had a good day today. Saw Deadpool 2, went and watched two of my band members play a open mic night, played some acoustic stuff. It was pretty nice. But that's not the kind of stuff you want to hear about. You want to hear about video game news, and I'm here to deliver. Alright, so, as always, I just kind of make notes of different news, headlines, and stuff that I see throughout the week, and I'll talk about it here. Now, some of this is a little bit old, left over from last week. That's because last week was kind of long, and some of it I honestly forgot about. The first one I want to talk about very briefly is all the Kingdom Hearts stuff we got for the Kingdom Hearts 3 premiere. That was earlier in the week or last week, whatever. I made a full video about it, so I'm just going to link to that, and I'm just going to leave it there. But yeah, it was cool. So next, we got Yoshimitsu was announced for Soul Calibur 6, which is cool because he's a character I like playing as, especially in 2. He's got some weird movesets, and he can do like suicide kills, and he's like stab himself in the gut and spin around and hurt you. It's crazy. He's also a Tekken character, which I always thought was weird how he's in both of like Namco's like fighting series, but whatever. This next one was, I heard people talking about it, but it was like not confirmed, and and Best Buy was being like weird about it, but apparently the Best Buy Gamers Club is ending. Which sucks because you got like a 20% discount off of any game, which is nice. And I bought a bunch of games once, and the cashier's like, "Hey, I want to sign up for this." I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And I saved like some money, and so I've been going to Best Buy and buying games and get a discount. And it's ending. It sucks. That's not going to deter me from buying physical games. It's not going to deter me from buying games at Best Buy. I kind of prefer them a little bit over GameStop nowadays, because a lot of times at GameStop, you go to buy a new game and they either don't have it, or they give you the gutted copy, which has little stickers and stuff on it, and that's what I'm trying to avoid. And, I don't know, something just fell on my desk and it scared me. But anyway, but I don't really care. It sucks, but it's not that big of a deal for me personally. The only reason why I can imagine they're ending it is maybe because it just wasn't financially good for them. Like, they're selling these games, but they're not making as much profit or something. I don't know, but that's going to be the end of that for me. This one is a little bit of layover from last week, but Boss Key Productions, the studio that Cliff Bleszinski, formerly of Epic, created after he left Epic, and they only came out with, I guess they came out with 2 games kind of, but they came out with Lawbreakers, which was like a Overwatch type game. And then they also had early access of Radical Heights, which was their PUBG clone. But I guess it wasn't just working out, and they decided to close down. And I guess Cliff Bleszinski is he's stepping away from games for at least a while. So that's kind of sad. He's kind of an industry legend. He's been around for a while, at least as far as I know. He worked on Gears of War, which is a series I've played, but I've never really been a fan of, and I don't know what else he's worked on personally, but it's sad, people losing their jobs and everything. The next DLC pack for Dragon Ball FighterZ, or Fighters as it's actually pronounced, was announced. I don't know what the DLC pack actually contains. I'll put that in post because I don't feel like looking it up right now because I'm really lazy. But yeah, more DLC of the game. I still haven't even played any of the DLC. I think it was Bardock and Broly. So that's cool. I don't know what other characters it could be, but I was disappointed in the lack of roster that was in that game. And then they're adding more with DLC, which is very traditional for games nowadays, for fighting games especially. But oh well. Now I just want to kind of put this in the middle. It's kind of a sad story. Well, it's a really sad story, but I've never really followed him personally or really watched any of his videos or anything. But the YouTuber and game critic Total Biscuit has passed away. The only thing I really know about him is what he did. He was video games critic on YouTube and stuff like that. And I know he had stage 4 cancer, and I know that has been a thing for like a year or two. Like I said, I don't follow him personally. But it's sad to hear that he's passed, and my thoughts go out to his family. Now that that sad story's out of the way, we'll go into some regular scheduled programming. But the Yakuza series is a game series that a lot of people seem to love. I've played a little bit of 5, but I didn't really know what was going on. But they are remastering Yakuza 3, 4, and 5 for PS4, and I assume Xbox One. I'm not sure. I think that might be a Sony exclusive franchise, even though it's not made by Sony, but you know what I mean. It's just like only on Sony consoles. But that's cool for the fans of the series or people who want to get into the series. Now they can get all the games in one place. So that's really cool. I guess Nintendo filed trademark for Nintendo 64 and something to do with N64 Classic, which that will keep in theme with the NES and the SNES Classic editions. So hopefully this is true, because that was like my first console that I actually remember playing and growing up on. You know, we can classic games like Mario 64, Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Mario Kart 64, Smash. There's just a bunch of awesome games in the 64, and it's one a console that's very nostalgic to me because it was one of the first consoles I actually remember playing and growing up, and that's where I got my love for Zelda and just video games in general with Ocarina of Time. And so it's probably true, because they're just gonna keep. I wonder if they do it with GameCube too. That'd be kind of weird at that point, but maybe this is true, and that's pretty cool for Nintendo fans and people who like the N64 a lot. If this is true, of course. Alright, now we're gonna get in a big chunk of Sony stuff, PlayStation specifically. You know, talking about video games and Sony and PlayStation. Yeah, you get the point. Anyway, so I guess the head of Sony said that the PlayStation 4 is entering the end of its life cycle. And then there was another report saying that they plan supporting PS4 through 2021. And that there's other reports that the PS4 only has 3 years left, and then apparently Sony said, no, we never said that. So I have no idea what the hell's going on.
Bun down, shoot, mustard, hand, bun now! Mr. Krabs, I am so confused.
But obviously the PS4 is going to not end, but it's going to be succeeded by the PlayStation 5 in a few years. And PS4 came out in 2013, so it's been 5 years already. And so I would assume another 2 or 3 years would be appropriate for PS5 to come out. So this is not really that shocking news, but it is news that is a little upsetting, because I do like the PS4 a lot. I've bought 2 of them because my first one HDMI port went, because apparently it was designed badly. But now I have Star Wars Battlefront 2 Edition Pro, and it's good. I like it a lot. PlayStation 4 is a really good console, and I'm sure PS5 will be better, but hopefully I can afford it when it actually comes out. But in other PlayStation Sony news, apparently Sony's still interested in still experimenting with portable gaming. And, you know, they have obviously had 2 portable consoles before, the PSP and then the PS Vita. And one of them was really successful, and one of them was not. And the one that was not successful was the Vita. There's been other reports with the Vita, like I guess they're going to stop manufacturing physical games for it soon. Which that sucks, because I like me physical media, even though I only have like 3 Vita games on the cart, like actual physical Vita games. But you know, I wish the Vita did, because it's really a good system, you know, for what it is, what it can do. It's just I feel like they overpromised, people weren't very interested in it, and it was marketed wrong and weird. But I don't know. Hopefully Sony can come out with a good new handheld, and people will love it, and maybe, like, pretty much would have to be able to do the things the Switch does, like be able to connect to a TV and stuff like that. So, I mean, hopefully Sony can pull it off and actually have a successful third portable console, but time will tell if it ever even comes out or whatever, so we'll just have to wait and see. And here's the last story of today, and kind of a controversial, and I'm going to dive a little bit into politics, which I don't really want to talk about politics, because I know I don't agree with a lot of like gaming personalities and stuff like that, but that's not the point. So Battlefield 5 was officially announced by EA. Not that surprising that a new Battlefield's coming out. It's weird that it went Battlefield 3, then 4, then 1, then 5. I don't think they know how numbers work. But anyway, so it was announced, and I guess it's going to take place in World War II. And that's all fine and dandy. I don't personally care about Battlefield. The last one I played is Bad Company 2. And the next Battlefield I'll probably care about is a Bad Company 3, because I like those characters and kind of how those games played, and, you know, the maps were kind of big and open to explore in the single player anyway. I don't give a fuck about multiplayer. Yeah, so it was announced it's supposed to take place in World War II, but what seems to be the controversy is that I guess it's the main character, but if not, it's just the person on the cover of the game, and it's a female. And I personally don't have a problem with that at all. Like, a bunch of people were complaining about historical accuracy and stuff like that. And yes, women did fight in World War II. It wasn't as common as men. In fact, it is way more common for women to be in the military nowadays, but it's still not as common as men. I don't know that for sure. I could be completely wrong on that, but as far as I know, I don't think there's as many serving women in the military than there are men. But if I'm wrong, then I apologize, but that's not the point of right now. But back in the 40s, not as many as women served in the military as men did, but they still did. There was women in like actual armed forces actually fought on the front lines and all that stuff. So that part is not the historical inaccuracy that I'm concerned about. But what is that this is supposed to take place in World War II, just normal World War II, not like an alternative World War II Wolfenstein situation, just regular world history World War II. But the main character has like a bionic robotic arm thing, as far as I'm concerned. I don't really care about Battlefield, so I didn't care to look it up, honestly, but that's what I've been seeing around in comments and whatever. And I can get on them with that if you're trying to make a historical accurate game, or trying to do it on a historical time period, you should kind of be historically accurate. Oh, I forgot to bring this up when I filmed this last night, but I also want to bring the point that people are like, well, Battlefield's never been realistic. I'm not talking about realism, I'm talking about historical accuracy. There's a difference. It's like the whole Kingdom Come Deliverance thing. It's like, oh yeah, but you still heal by drinking a potion, but there's no people of color there. I'm like, they're trying to be historically accurate. They're trying to be completely realistic and want to be a fun video game. And that's what it is in the end. It's a video game, and I just totally forgot to bring up that point, so I'm bringing it now. This video probably looks like shit because the flash is right in my eye, so. And again, having a woman as the main character or whatever is fine. I don't care. They did serve in the World War II, but having the prosthetic robotic arm that not what existed in the 40s is a little whatever. I mean, if this one is like, yeah, it's just World War II, but not like it's just alternate World War II, that's fine. And when it ultimately comes down to it, I don't care. But, you know, it's Battlefield. People who like Battlefield like Battlefield. I don't. I couldn't care less about it. Unless it's Bad Company 3. So, yeah. But anyway, so that's where I'm going to end today's episode of Weekly Gaming News. I guess these videos are going to be longer because right now I've been recording for 15 minutes, or actually 16. I'm going to try to keep them shorter, but there's just so much news out there. Maybe I'll just ramble less. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But thank you guys for watching this video, and please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Go and subscribe to my Let's Play channel, even though it's like barely existent anymore, Xeno Plays. And there's no public content on it yet, but you can go subscribe to my band channel, Jinn, which is DJINN. The D is silent. You can find all those on my featured channels tab on the front page of my channel, and it looks like my webcam froze with me with a hilarious face. Let's just wait. Ah, there it goes. Yeah, so that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next week.